It's not so good. Hello. How are you all doing? We're wearing our grey uniform today. Neil's in grey as well. Welcome to Donna and Cheryl TV. Happy peak of the week. Keeping it real for you.
Oh, my nail looks even worse in this
real. That's not good, is it? That's a bad nail. That's a bad nail.
Nails and eyelashes are all getting done on Friday.
Yeah, my lashes are getting done tomorrow, thank the Lord. How is everybody doing? Say hi when you come on. Drop something in the box to let us know that you're here. Be lovely to see you. It's a wet, windy, miserable, grey, dank day in the northeast of England.
Outside it is.
But not in here.
No.
In here, she brings the sunshine.
We're having a family planning day.
Family planning day. We've got
day.
me, Neil and Cheryl here at HQ. Holly is in her house, nice and cosy. So we've got like three of like a panel interview in the kitchen. Holly is like Holly's head on the kitchen island on the laptop. It's working out really nicely, isn't it?
We're doing some planning.
The joys of modern technology. Right, who's saying you who? Yo. Who's saying that? Because I can't see who you are. Good morning. Good morning, Tonya. It's lovely to see you. We've got an exciting topic today. We're going to be talking to you about mood hoovers in a minute. Energy vampires, mood hoovers. The people that when you go in, you're all sunshine on a morning, or you go to see your family and you're feeling good and life is good. And then before you know it, you're pissed off.
Or you're having a pity party. Because you then join in, because we've all done it where someone's like, for fuck's sake.
No, but you walk
in, the next thing you're like that.
Yeah. And the next thing you're like, why did I get out
family
of bed?
Planning. No, we're not pregnant. Well, hopefully Holly isn't. We're not ready to be a gran.
No.
I'm okay being gran to the dog. I don't want to be a gran to any children. And we're certainly not pregnant.
No, I think that ship has well and truly dried up in dock. Oh, hey, Naomi. Are you feeling better, my lovely? Are you feeling better? So, yes, we've been, and it's really important. So, those of you that have your own business, we really recommend you do this. We call them our CEO days. So, Cheryl and I always have at least a half a day done every month. Some months, like this month, we've blocked out the whole day. There are a couple of bits and bats that we have to do in between. Hey, Jen. But generally speaking, we call it a CEO day. Very important. We look at big stuff, and then that helps us inform our marketing strategies, sales strategies, content strategies, all the stories that we put out there for you guys to read. So just a little bit of visibility on what happens on the inside. We like to do that, and just to get clear, do some tweaks. Neil knows what he's going to do. Holly's clear what she has to do. And then next week we'll have, or the week after Cheryl's off, a bigger team meeting when we are when we know what we're doing, basically, and then we can all get aligned for the next few months, which is amazing. Ooh. My husband is a mood, who is this? Naomi's this you, is a mood hoover, currently maybe 70% of the time, but I think some of this may be perception of what he's saying. He doesn't see it as negative in his head. He just thinks he's being honest. So we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, because it depends. Sometimes what happens is, from an energetic point of view, when two people are in a room together, so we all have energy, an energetic aura that surrounds our body. So say we're together, we come in the house, when somebody, so say you're in a really higher energetic field and I'm on a low one, I then get some energy from you. So if you find yourself being on a really high energetic field and then you're around someone who doesn't, naturally what will happen energetically is they will be then drawing energy from you, and it might be good because it might draw the energy and you might lift me up.
Yeah.
Or if that happens on a consistent basis and you're constantly around that 70% drawn energy, then eventually you're then going to go like this, down like that, and it starts to infiltrate your aura, so that you're allowing the energy to kind of seep into you, if that makes sense. Whereas if I come up with your energetic feeling and we've both got a good energy, there's lots of good positivity around us. But sometimes you can end up being, if you're weak or you're tired or you're not as strong
you're
internally,
a bit more
you then end up going.
Well, the other thing is as well, I'm going to talk about this a bit, but the other thing is sometimes your energy drops before you get around the mood hoover because you're anticipating their mood hoovering justice. So what happens is you're already like, God, I know he's going to come in from work and he's going to be like this. My mum used to do it with my dad all the time. He's going to be coming from work, he's going to be like this, and then and yada yada yada. And then so you've already dropped. You've left you've thought like there's no point bringing the sunshine because that mofo is going to suck the sunshine right out of me. It's going to be like the depths of winter in 5 minutes from setting foot in the house. So then your perception is actually that they're the mood hoover, and sometimes you ain't bringing the sunshine quite as much as you think you were. But let's go along. That's like a whole other conversation. But let's go along the premise that you are going to be around mood hoovers. And a lot of you ask me, how do I deal with these mood hoovers? And the first thing is, number one, like, you can't make somebody be happy. You can't make somebody be on your vibration. And just to be clear, when we're talking about vibration, like, we're not hippies. This is like a physics thing. So what we know is that all feelings generate like a sound wave. It's not a sound wave, like an energetic wave. Yeah, like things move, everything's vibrating. And what we know is that low level, as we call them, vibrations, feelings such as anger, upset, grumpiness, frustration, all that kind of stuff. It's physically like a low level vibration that comes off you. Happiness, joy, love, compassion, kindness. They've got a high frequency. It's a physical frequency, like a radio wave that comes off you. And that's what we mean when we're talking about the waves. So what do you do when you're around a mood hoover? Well, number one, we're not really helping the game if we are judging them.
No. And can I just on what the whoever it is saying is not an optimist, neither is my husband. So I am blindly optimistic, as I was once called in a personality
blindingly optimistic.
And my husband is, I'm cup half full, I'm a cup full, 3/4 full, and he's a cup half full. So, but there's a difference between being a cup half full and being a pessimistic and being a mood hoover. It's not the same thing. It can be. So I could come to you and go, oh, I'm really excited, I've got this idea. And you might go, have you thought about X, Y, and Z? What if this happens? What if that happens? That's not a mood hoover. That's just two different people coming from it from a different perspective, hopefully to get the right outcome.
Yeah.
So my husband is more pessimistic. So he might come at it from a different angle, but that doesn't put him in the mood hoover category, being pessimistic. The difference is the mood hoover is the victim, low level vibration that Donna's just been talking about, and bringing that mood hoover energy. So if he's then going, well, now what are you talking about Afro? And I think that's a shit idea, and then I would go, oh my God, he's a mood hoover. But that's different from being a pessimistic with a good energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And sometimes when we're really excited about something and we're going, oh, like, I can't wait to share this and and someone goes, that sounds amazing, but actually, if you want to do that, but you're on holiday next week, so how would you make that happen? And you go, you're never happy for us. Like, what's the matter? Like, that's just because they're saying something that you're not saying. And it's really good to be surrounded by people like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to come off your high. You can say, God, hadn't thought of that. It's a really good point. Don't worry, I've got it covered. I see where you're coming from. I really just want you to be excited with us right now. This is like a big thing for me. Or, do you know what I mean? You don't have to take it personally.
Yeah.
Like Cheryl said, true mood hoovers are people who, not intentionally, but their energy, you find their energy draining. Like for you, for your personality, you find their energy draining. And what you find draining for your energy might not be what Cheryl and I find draining for ours. Yeah, because there's usually a story going around it about what you think that means about you, or what you believe you come up with of their energy saying about you. So Wendy's just saying that it's been you with your daughter coming home from college, problems with working from home. Now I take a break when she comes in and try to be there. Exactly. Like,
and we were saying this yesterday, like somebody might come in, I was saying this on some call, but somebody might come in feeling a bit peed off because they've had a bad day. And actually, yeah, they might be in the victim energy, but giving them time and space to listen, and then you're on a higher frequency and they feed off you.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
And
might be up there.
It's like, what do you need, isn't it? So I remember saying this once to my mum, like, well, if he comes in like that, don't take it personally because it's not about you, and should say, well, it's me, he's being grumpy around. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not, he's been up, he's really tired, he's up from 4, he's been on trains, he's been in a cold engine room, da, 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 da. Have you ever asked him what he needs?
Are you okay?
Yeah, like just let him get it. Like I'm one of those people, like Cheryl knows how to handle me like a master puppeteer, because I will be like, ah! And like I just need to get it out. Like I always say I'll never die of a heart attack, because like I just get it out and then I'm done. Whereas, and Cheryl just goes, oh, and laughs at us. Whereas Neil will go sometimes, well, I was trying to do my best and did it, and I'm like, I'm not talking to you, but it's just, I'm like, my dad, like, I just like to get it out, you know.
It's not to him, it's
my intention is
on him.
Exactly, to download. Like, I just need to give, like, if I'm doing that, it's a bit like Nadia was saying with the kids when they come out of school and they're just like, well, I don't want to put the pot, but I don't want that for me tea. I want to try dinosaurs. Look, it's da 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 da. Like, it's not about you as a parent. It's a bit like somebody needs to come in. That's their safe space. They just need to go, do you know what? I've had my game face on all day, obviously, which is why we encourage you to do the work so you're not wearing a game face. But sometimes you just need that out. Sometimes we just need to allow it. We don't need to respond. We don't need to witness. Just let them get it out. Then give them a frigging hug. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's sometimes all they need.
Yeah.
Make them a cup of tea. Don't judge them for how they're feeling. You're not right. They're not right. It just is.
And Naomi's saying our heart is not a mood hoover. It's just he's got a very different perspective on things. Like last night, for example, we're going to Scotland on holiday. Nicola Sturgeon's now banned us from travelling to families' homes. So now we have to rethink our holiday. We're still okay to go in a hotel, can't go with Graham's sister. So we'd come up with a different plan. So I'm like, great, I'll go and find some hotels. And my husband on the opposite side is like, don't make any decisions or book anything. Things could change overnight. He's not being a mood hoover. That's just the way his brain goes. What if we book the hotel and then tomorrow she changes her mind and then we'll lose the money?
He'll always see the things that may go wrong. He'll anticipate the disaster before it's happened. Which, when you're an optimist, you're thinking.
But then I just came back and said, well, no. Nicola Sturgeon and Boris have made the decision and they've said that they're going to review it in 3 weeks. We're going on holiday at the weekend. We're okay to book something.
Nothing's going to change.
So I didn't go, for fuck's sake, you're always trying to put it down on things or this, that and the other, because I understand he's just worried that we'll book the hotel and something may change overnight and it gets cancelled.
Absolutely. And we're excited, looking forward to it. And if it doesn't happen, it's a bit of a shitter. Neil's saying, if every behaviour serves a positive reaction, the same goes for them as well as us. Exactly. So it's not about, they're not doing that with the conscious intention of making you feel shit. Now, if you're around somebody that does this a lot, it's okay to say to them, Toots, I know you love me. I know it's not your intention, but sometimes when you come in from work and you have a bit of a rant, like, is there anything we could do so that you kind of get that out of your system before you come in? Or do you need me just to give you 10 minutes when you're in the house? I'll go for a walk. I'll have my shower then so you can get it out of your system, kick the cat. And then we can have a schnoodles. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, rather than going, well, I've been looking forward to seeing you all day. You walk in here. So now it's about me. Because what we do is we make it about us.
Yeah.
We make it about us.
Now, there are occasions when people...
Sorry, I love your face, Ali. Like, you were born with that. Like, I've got a resting bitch face now, but I call it being 40-6. Like, I look like every time you see me starting on a Facebook Live, I look like I've got a cup on.
No, you don't. You look
it's
like
just
you're
pajamas.
I'm like, there's Amy Winehouse again.
I know. Well, I used to say to you, didn't I? More than I used to say, fuck's sake, smile.
No, she used to call us Hiawatha because I'd be like,
Hiawatha?
Boom, boom.
She walked around like a bastard war march. And I'd be like, just at least fucking smile while you're walking around. You look like you're going to freaking go and chop someone's face off, like a hair.
So, we do, though, sometimes come around people who are on a low-level victim energy. A lot of the time. We do.
We do.
So...
And they're not aware of it.
No. It's about them. So whenever somebody is a victim energy, they may be blaming you or you may feel like it's about you. It's never about you. It's about them. So that's one tip is when you're on the receiving end of someone in a victim energy is to observe, wow, they must be having a bad day or they're coming from a really low level space rather than going, fucking hell, every time I exploit this person, they bring us on a downer. that's about them. That's like number one to try and like realise, so then you don't get personally impacted, and then you don't end up joining them because you're pissed off because they're always mood hoovering you.
Yeah. Number two, when you know you're going to be around somebody like that as well, like, get your energy high. I don't think, there's no point because they're going to suck it out of me. Like, get your energy in a really good space, and then it's like literally imagining that you're just in this beautiful, cozy, smug bubble of positivity that nobody can poke. Nobody can poke you. Nobody can pop your bubble unless you let them. Because point number three is that nobody can make you feel a certain way. People can pull on your bells all day long. If you choose to allow their vibration to be your vibration, i.e. feeling, then that's a decision. And you just got to like man up to that and know that like that's a decision. If you're letting his shitty mood become your shitty mood, then that's on you. Yes, that's the 3 top tips from us today to set your world on fire. How does that sound? Does this make sense? Are you with us?
Hell no. Hell yes.
What if they are passively aggressive towards you, and they sound like they really want to say something, but you don't want to
but they don't want to tell you what it is.
Then I would just stay. We call it neutral. So you stay neutral. You don't assume good. You don't assume bad. You stay neutral and just say, it feels a little bit like there's a subtext or there's something else on your mind. Would you like to share that with me? But be prepared that if they're saying you don't like it, you got to listen. Yeah. So just ask them. I'd often say to someone, it just feels like there's something else going on. I'd love to know.
I'm sensing something.
I'm picking up. There's something else afoot. Would you like to share that now? But do it don't do it if you're on your way into a meeting or on your way out the door,
or you're emotional. Like if you're peed off and thinking, God, why is it like? Is there something else you've got going on? Or like, what's the matter with you? Like you have to have these conversations when you're okay.
Yeah, get yourself in neutral. You're in neutral. You're not charged by it. And sometimes because you be going, what if it's because they want to leave us, and what if it's because we've got no money? What if like, don't do all of that shit. It's just like there's something going on, and come with the intention of openness and curiosity and love. Like if you care enough to ask, care enough to listen. Oh, get that fucker on a t-shirt. Yeah. If you care enough to ask, care enough to listen, and don't judge. You witness, you do not judge. That's not our job, okay?
What was it Yvette said yesterday on our call, which I loved, I wrote it down. It's got nothing to do with this, and she said, is it breath half breathed, is a life half lived?
It's a life half lived. Breath half breathed is a life half lived. That was from our Yvette.
Nothing to do with this, but anyway.
We're going to get that on a t-shirt as well. Yeah. That and Boss Bitch.
Yeah.
Abraham Hicks on...
Yeah.
What did you call
Abraham Hicks with the potty mouth.
Abraham Hicks with a potty mouth, and spiritual witches that go around like sailors, talk like sailors. I've been called a lot worse, to be fair, often by Ali. Right. Have a wonderful peak of the week, a wonderful day. I'm just going to pop in here for anybody who's watching this and is not in our beautiful, beautiful online community, the Soul System. It's over 1,000 members, and every day in there you've got people sharing life lessons, spurring each other on, not mood hoovering. If you've got a mood hoover and you want some specific help, get yourself in there. The guys in there give such good life lesson advice, like way better than us two. There's 1,000 of them, right? So,
or if you feel like you're in a mood hoover mood and you want to be picked up, get in there and tell them.
Watch it later, make notes. Love it.
Do it.
And post that in the group and say, I watched it. This is kind of the bits that I'm taking away, because we love to hear what you take away from it too. Don't miss tomorrow's. That's all I'm going to say. Have a good one. Bye.